Did you see the title of the video here? Did you see the title? It says that I did a little research this morning because I was wondering. I thought to myself, how many people are dissatisfied with their career? How many people don't like their work? And then I tried to get some global statistics, but there's too many variables and too many different things that don't account for the same variables and the same constants when doing data like that. So I wondered how many people dislike their career or actually hate their job was the search that I did. And so last September, Gallup, which is a reporting agency, and they do statistical analysis and data and things like that. 85 was it? What did it say? 85%, something like that. People hate their jobs. It's huge. Now I'm trying to remember what the number said there. Was it 85? Was it 85%? Yes, Pat, I saw that you sent me a private message. I haven't gotten to it. I'm going to get to it, so thank you. That is a huge amount of people that hate their job. And then here's the other thing, too. You see the puppies there? I believe that another poll that I was looking at said 48 or 51% of people are disengaged at work. So if you are an employer and you want your employees to be engaged and having fun and giving a darn about your business, 50-50 that they are. So what's the problem here? Why do people feel this way? What's going on and what can we do about it? It is my belief that it's because people are doing jobs that they're not passionate about. They're doing something because they don't think that there is a greater future. They're doing something because they're afraid of taking a risk on doing something different. There's a lot of people who want to live their dreams and their passions, but they have the false belief. They have the false belief that there is job security in doing what they're doing. But there isn't. There is no such thing as job security. And some people say, well, there used to be when there was this and there was unions and it was in the 50s and people used to have a long job. Okay, well, maybe that was the case, but hey, wake up. It's 2018 right now that I'm doing this Facebook Live. So if that's the way it was, it's kind of like auto union workers in Detroit thinking that, Oldsmobile is going to be what it was in the 80s. Not going to happen. All right, so wake up. Let's be real about this. You need to do something that makes you feel alive and feel passionate. If roughly 85% of Americans hate their job, and that's not a strong word, but that's what the Gallup poll said, hate their jobs. How horrible is that? What I think about is because I get to work from home every day. Like this is my normal routine. I had my green drinks. I had my coffee, and now I'm taking my puppies for a walk. They're chilling out there smelling the roses right now. And this is what I get to do every day. Now I'm gonna go work at home for several hours today, but I get to do this and I'm thinking I'm happy every day. It's pretty awesome. I truly am. I have a lot of responsibility, but I have very, very little stress in my life, very little. And then I see the guys in my neighborhood, and guys, there's more men that have a formal job than the ladies here. There's a lot of ladies that stay with their kids here, which is fine. I'm not saying one thing or another with that. That's just kind of the norm here in the community. And I see these guys going to work, and a lot of ladies too, and they don't seem happy. They don't seem excited. They don't seem inspired. And I think, Pat, you said something a minute ago. How many did he say? 85%, Reese says, 85% of people hate their jobs. About 50% are disengaged at work as employees. But I see these people going to work, and they have drudgery on their face. They don't seem happy. And then, Pat, I think you said you saw the people on the subway, the train, just going like a drone, like you're a cog in the mechanism. You're a gear in the gearbox. And it's almost like you're doing just enough to keep the wheels turning, to keep the gears grinding, and to keep the mechanism afloat. Is that inspiring to you? I mean, I just don't get it. I honestly don't know how people go through that. I don't know how they deal with that every single day. If that's you and you feel stuck, you have to make a change. We get one shot here, right? We get one shot in life. And a lot of the people that watch this are about my age, which means that we have only so much to do. You know what? Burton Roberts just came on here. Burton Roberts is a good friend of mine. He was in my movie, The Compass. He was also on the show Survivor. He started numerous businesses. Burton travels all over the world doing cool adventures, and he has become a celebrity in many rights, and then in his niche as well. But he travels and he writes and he does adventure and he does documentary because he decided, Burton, you didn't know I was going to call you out, huh? He decided to create his compelling future. Because actually he's very well educated too. I think he has even a master's degree and from a very, very noteworthy school. I just don't remember which one it is, Burton. But I know you're super smart. You could have had a suit job. You had one before. You're making good money. You went out and forged your own adventure. And now I see you happy and you get to travel and you do all these crazy things. Go hang out in Thailand and all these exotic locations and do fun stuff with really cool, smart, fun people. Isn't it sad that more people don't choose to do that? Because everyone can choose to do that. But oftentimes they're afraid or they don't think it's possible, or they hear what they say. That's for someone else. Why would you say it's for someone else? Why are they any different or better or worse? Or that makes no sense at all. No one is better or worse or is advantaged or disadvantaged when it comes to this stuff. It's just a choice. In 2, 3, 4 months, you can completely transform your life. What you do for a living, where you live, who you spend your time with, and what you decide to do for fun and adventure every day. You have the choice. Actually, the decision happens in an instant. Sometimes it can take a couple months for everything to activate completely. That can happen. But there's no reason to delay. And I just feel sad when I see that 85% of Americans hate their job. 50% of people are disengaged at work. And by disengaged, I mean that they're probably flipping through Facebook. You might be watching this from work right now, and your boss is like, come on, man, get back to work. But you're disengaged at work. You're not enjoying the moment. Hi, good morning. My dogs are seeing their friends. So, see, this is what I get to do every morning. Wouldn't this be, I mean, I work hard. Believe me, you guys, I work hard. Yesterday I worked 14 hours. But I have a blast every day. I honestly don't feel like I'm working because I have so much fun with everything that I do. And hey, Ethan, how are you? I hope you're doing well. You're in South Africa, aren't you? Right? So I hope you're doing well there. I want you to have the same sense of freedom and opportunity and things like that. And that's why I created the Online Expert Empire. It launches Monday, you guys. It teaches you exactly how to take your passion, your hobby, your love, your interest, your sense of adventure, and turning it into an online business so you can work anywhere, live anywhere, sleep in a little bit if you want to, and enjoy the morning with your puppies like I do. It's really an incredible, oh, you're in Cape Town, cool. It's really an incredible feeling to be able to do that and know that you're going to make enough money, you're going to have a lot of fun, you get to serve a lot of people, and you're making a difference in people's lives too. It's so rewarding when you create something based on your love, your passion, your hobby, your expertise, and then you meet people wherever you go in the world, and you've made a positive impact in their life. They make more money, they have improved health, they have better relationships, their nutrition is better. They also love your hobby or your passion for fishing or for dogs, for French bulldogs, for tea, for adventure travel, for budget travel, for luxury travel, for affluent lifestyle, whatever it is, whatever your thing is, you can turn it into an online expert empire with you being the expert because you have brilliance and you just need to bring that out and recognize it. Here's the thing. This is really, it comes down to this simple thing. You have incredible talent and brilliance, but you may not recognize it, or you may not be getting the recognition you deserve with your current employment. That just may be the case. However, you have skills that are so incredible. It's just that you've been doing it so long, you don't think too much about it. You just think, oh yeah, well that's just what I do. I'm a like a jacuzzi expert. I'm looking at my pool over here, and it just came to my mind. So that maybe you're an expert in jacuzzis, steam rooms, hot tubs, for people creating home spas or something like that. You can start a blog for that. You can broker people's products. You can be a consultant. You can do a podcast about making a home spa. You can sell the supplemental products. You can start a service to do maintenance on those things and then outsource that work so you can stay at home and let other people do the work, but you market it all online. And then you can license that and franchise it in other parts of the country. That is a very quick example, but you don't have to go that complex with that. I have a buddy of mine down in San Diego who does that with junk collection. that, like 1-800-JUNK. That's from Canada. That guy does over $1 billion a year now. But you can do that anywhere as well. Those are offline businesses. Actually, this training program shows you how to do hybrids of online and offline. You can do camps, retreats, seminars, workshops, mastermind, coaching, mentoring, counseling. All those things online, offline. You can use a simple tool like Zoom, zoom.us, Zoom, just like Zoom, ZOOM.us. And you can coach, consult, advise, or mentor people anywhere in the world. The only commonality is that they need to have Wi-Fi and speak your same language. That's it. Those are the only restrictions. Isn't that incredible? Like this morning, I've already done business with 3 countries. Usually overnight, I do business with 3, 4, or 5 countries. Last night was just 3. But throughout the day yesterday, I think I did business with 10 different countries. 10. All over. And it's just fascinating that you can help people and serve people and make an impact all over the world. And the beautiful thing about doing that is that's how you make money in your sleep, because it's their 10 o'clock at night at a different time that it's your 10 o'clock at night, and that's probably when people are doing a lot of purchasing, right? It's kind of like the late night infomercial. They're surfing the web late at night and they buy your stuff late at night whenever it is their late at night. And that might be your mid-morning or late morning or middle of the night as well, and you might be sleeping while your shopping cart is going ping, 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 and you wake up and you already have enough money to pay your bills. It's a really incredible feeling and a sense of freedom. Also, you think, wow, I've already made enough money to pay what it costs me to survive each day. Now, I don't like the word survive, but that's a minimal aspect. Then from that point forward, then it is everything that you get to keep and grow and flourish and prosper. But you can make enough, sometimes 2 or 3 times as much, to sustain you while you sleep overnight. So you have this ability. And Pat says, yes, we all have a gift. Here's what happens, you guys. You're just so used to doing it, you don't think it's a big deal. But let's just say that you were a collegiate wrestler and an all-American wrestler. Wrestling's tough, and wrestlers are tough. And there's a lot of people who want to improve their wrestling skills for mixed martial arts or conditioning, or they want to help their kids or whatever. You could create a wrestling program for guys my age. You can do one just for women. You can do one just for youth. You can do a wrestling program for guys who want to improve their wrestling for mixed martial arts. You could also create a wrestling program for parents who homeschool their kids and they need physical activity. The homeschooling market is a multi-billion dollar industry that needs curriculum, people who can provide different skill sets. You have skills, I bet, that can be used in the homeschooling market. Have you thought about that? It's wide open and it's growing rapidly. Why? Because our school system sucks in the United States. And a lot of parents are saying, hey man, I don't want them to be indoctrinated into a bunch of crap. I'm going to homeschool them and then travel the world. So they travel the world because they're probably entrepreneurs as well. They give them a multicultural experience, a multilingual experience, but then they still need curriculum. You can sell them curriculum to parents who homeschool their kids in whatever your area of expertise is. Like Siobhan France, what's up? Hey, so you're a doctor of physical therapy. Like your programs, you're a great example. You've done my mastermind. You went to my workshop in California as well. And now you are developing programs. You're selling a lot of them on Amazon, right? And you're making a lot of money selling on Amazon, but you still see patients as a doctor of physical therapy as well. But I'd be willing to bet, even though you love helping those people and it makes you feel really, really good, isn't it great to also just wake up and just look at how much money you made while you sold on Amazon? We also give you an overview and some training on selling on Amazon as part of the Online Expert Empire as well. So yes, you love it. I know, isn't that great? And you're an action taker. That's why you've done so well. And so I commend you for that, because a lot of people just say, oh, I'm going to do it, or I'm going to make a difference. So let's think about this. Siobhan, what is the annual income of a physical therapist? And I know you're not doing it full time, and I know you're doing a lot of other stuff, but for a DPT, which is a doctor of physical therapy, very smart, a lot of schooling, the average income is what, like $70,000 to maybe $120,000 a year if you hustle and bust your butt and maybe even own the clinic. And then you got to work long hours. And then you're also in a higher tax bracket because you're an employee, probably, rather than an entrepreneur. So you might be making $100,000, but you might be paying tax at 45% rate, which is horrible. As an entrepreneur, if you make $100,000, you do it right, you might only pay tax at an effective rate of 15 to 18%. And yes, that's legal, it's ethical, and it's moral. There are standards and procedures and protocols for business owners to reduce their tax burden legally. What happens is a lot of people don't understand it. They're cynical. They think it's somehow evil or whatever. But as soon as they realize, hey, these laws are to benefit me so I can provide more opportunity for others, then they go, oh, I think this is actually pretty good. I like it, because the more money that I don't give the government, the more I can hire people, the more I can put into the economy, the more I can buy goods and services, which grow other local businesses. So that's actually the way it works. A lot of people don't understand it. They're cynical, they're negative, they're uninformed, uneducated, but that's the truth. That's actually the way it works. Okay, most new grads are making $72,000 as a doctor of physical therapy. So that's roughly 8 years of school, you guys. Some programs are accelerated. They can do it in about 7.5, but let's just say 8 years. So 8 years to become a doctor of physical therapy, and you're going to be super smart, right? But so you make about $72,000 a year. And I know you're doing better than that. So that's a lot of schooling. And the debt, the debt for school for doctor of physical therapy for 8 years is probably close to $200,000, I would guess. And then an interest rate of maybe 3 to 7%. I don't know what it is. That's a huge range, but I'm just approximating. That might take you 15 or 20 years to pay that off. And to what end? You're also being taxed at the highest level at $72,000 a year. You're probably paying $30,000 in taxes every year. So you're making about $40,000 a year net after 8 years in college. Holy crap, that's horrible. Be an entrepreneur. Pay only about half the tax legally. Design your lifestyle. Serve people around the world. Here's what I want you guys to think about, is that if you're dissatisfied with your career, if you don't like your job, if you want to make a positive impact for others, don't think locally always. You can serve your local market. There's nothing wrong with that. But whatever you can do locally, you can do regionally. And if you can do it regionally, you can do it nationally. If you can do it nationally, you can do it globally. And the only obstacle or challenge is you want people to be able to speak your same language, but you can also translate or do voiceover or subtitles on things and do it in multiple languages as well, and dramatically increase your marketplace. Dramatically. And remember, you can sell things on Amazon, Etsy, Jet, Walmart, Costco. All those you can sell your products on. Those are physical, for e-commerce, physical products. But then you can sell digital products on ClickBank and JVZoo and Affiliate Junction, and there's a whole network of affiliate networks out there that you can sell things on, and you can also sell it on Shopify on your own website, and then you just advertise on Facebook. And this is all the stuff that we teach, but there's so many ways to monetize your expertise. You can coach, you can consult, you can advise, you can mentor. You can do it online, offline. You can do a hybrid model. You can do masterminds. You can do coaching clinics. I know some people that do triathlon coaching. They love the sport of triathlon. And they will do weekend clinics like this one. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. It's $300, and you're going to do swim, bike, run, and some sort of conditioning and things like that, and nutrition, mindset. But then they do an online follow-up. So maybe they do 2-day intensive, but then it's 3-month follow-up online coaching, and then they can charge $1,000, and they get 20 people to do it. That's $20,000. And now instead of paying roughly 45% tax, you might only get taxed when you do it correctly at about 15 to 20%. So now not only do you have more time, you're serving more people. You can do a lot of it sitting in your underwear at the kitchen table after your weekend intensive, but you're going to just be able to have a lot more fun. You're going to keep more of what you're doing, and you'll be able to live your passion. And yes, Linda, there are so many options, and this is I'm just scratching the surface. Here's the crazy part. I'll give you a little insider of what I'm teaching in the program. I'm showing you how to find your niche and your avatar, your perfect customer avatar. And two of the biggest markets that I found, you ready? You're never going to guess. Gardening and antiques and collectibles. Those two niches have some of the largest groups and largest followings nationwide, to where you can build a relationship with people who will buy your programs, products, or services for those two things. So it's just insane. Who would ever thought antiques and collectibles and gardening would be two of the biggest niches? They're bigger than like kettlebells and some of the martial arts groups and some of like moms groups. Gardening superseded a lot of those. It's insane. I mean, who'd have thought that, right? It just shows you the possibility, right? So I got to run because there's some people coming with some dogs right there, and I don't want my dogs to freak out. And I got to get back. I actually do have to do some work today. If you guys are interested in learning more about this, go over to onlineexpertempire.com, onlineexpertempire.com. The program launches Monday, and it's 50% off for the first 50 people. I don't have all the information yet on the site, but you get a good understanding of it. And then I have a webinar that will be an hour long that will explain everything as well. onlineexpertempire.com, just like it sounds. All right, don't be the 85% that hate their jobs or the 50% that are disengaged at work. Live your passion and your hobby every day. All right, thanks a lot.